I'm LJ,
What's cracking, y'all? It's Stevie Nicks.
and we're Knicks fans.
And welcome to Knicks Anonymous.
Myself, and I think we see Willis coming out.
Pass break to Walt Frazier. Frazier then slows it down. Is picked up by Jerry West at the top of the post. Reed.
The New York Knicks.
Here's David Stern
for
with the
their
announcement.
first pick, select Patrick Ewing.
Bernard looking for 50, and he's got it. Back-to-back 50-point games for Bernard King. Anthony for three. Bang! That one goes down, and the game is tied. Houston ducks under. Got it! With 8 tenths left. Lynn puts it up. Bang! Jeremy Lin from downtown.
Johnson cuts left, now fires a three. It is good, and he's fouled. It counts, and he is fouled.
Barrett drives down. This time finishes with authority.
What is going on, New York? Welcome back to another episode of
Knicks Anonymous, baby.
Knicks Anonymous, episode
81, special Christmas episode because today is Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas from Knicks Anonymous family to your family.
Yeah,
We love you guys.
Yeah,
Go
for
ahead,
those who
Steve.
don't celebrate, happy holidays with all due respect,
It's magic
Yeah.
in the air, you know what I mean? It's the holiday spirit. You know, who doesn't love the holidays? You know what I mean? Brings families closer together. Great time for sports all around, football, basketball, it's just, presents. I hope
Not for
everybody
nothing, off topic. There were some good football games on today. That Packers-Dolphins game, pretty good. Pretty damn good game.
Yesterday was pretty good too. The Cowboys beat the Eagles. You know the vibe.
Yeah, and unfortunately, my Giants went down in a dog fight, but I'm not mad because that was a good game. But let's talk Knicks. You know what I mean? Let's get into the Knicks.
You already know. So shout out to Knicks Anonymous family as always. We hope everybody's having a beautiful Christmas. Hope everybody got what they wanted on their list.
Dude, I got presents. I'm shocked.
Okay, what was one gift that highlighted your Christmas?
I got a pea coat.
A what?
I got a nice Ralph Lauren pea coat.
Oh,
Yeah,
fly
I can't wait to
guy.
wear that. I'm gonna
Fly
style
guy.
with that one.
That's what's up, fly guy. Well, I got another monitor. So I'm hype about that. I'm using and abusing this monitor right now. So I got my notes up. I'm ready. I'm organized. We doing better out here because we love you guys and we want to give you the best quality possible. So we moving.
Damn right.
We moving with our right foot forward going into the new year. So let's really get into Stevie, show the kind people where they can find us.
Y'all know where to find us. Find us on Instagram at Knicks Anonymous. You can also find us on Twitter, also at Knicks Anonymous, and on TikTok at Knicks Anonymous. You can find us on platforms such as Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, Pandora, Spotify, and Breaker, or you can simply Google Knicks Anonymous and you will find us.
Yes, sir. You could actually type
Oh,
in.
yeah, we got a website.
Exactly.
You can find us at knicksanonymous.com. I'm sorry. That's
Hell
right. We have a
yeah.
website.
You can actually type in right now, as of right now, you can type in knicksanonymous.com and
You'll find us.
you go to our website and we got some nice pins. I'm gonna play a little video. If you're on YouTube, you get to see it. If you're on the audio, I apologize, but go to YouTube and you'll see it. We got nice little pins going on. And we're super excited, man. Our first merch ever to come out. And we appreciate all your guys' support so far. We got a couple of orders already in. So
Yes,
thank
sir.
you. Thank you everybody for supporting the cause. All money does go to the stream to make it better and more, efficient. Cause that's the Knicks fans' favorite word. So so let's really get into this right now. Honestly, it was a great week of basketball, bro. The Knicks were able to stretch their winning streak to 8, but unfortunately they were brought down by the Toronto Raptors, and we are now currently sitting on a 3-game losing streak. So naturally, you would say, why was it so great then? Whoa, that's a great question because I'm gonna tell you why. Despite the
curious myself.
despite the 3-game losing streak, right? On past, present, future, Stevie. Even on the last episode, Knicks Anonymous, we said that we could possibly even go 11-0. We We actually wanted to go 11-0.
That's a fact.
We were wrong. We went 8-3. From hindsight, that's a great record. So I gotta give it up to those guys for sure. And I have notes for the last 11 games. All right, I'm only gonna average 11 games. So out of 11 games, like I said, we're 8-3. Right.
Okay.
As of right now, we are 6th in the East. Before the 11th game winning streak, I believe we were 10th, right? Somewhere down there.
10th around that area. We were out of it.
So we have moved a few spots since the Mavericks game. As a team overall, the Knicks have been shooting 47% from the field. They have been shooting 38% from 3. Now, I'm not really good with percentages. Is that a good percentage?
That's in these last 11 games?
In these last 11 games.
That's good.
That's good?
That's pretty good.
Okay. So what's like above average? Like 40, anything above 40 or at 40?
I'm not sure. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head, but I can tell you 47% from the field overall as a team with 38% from 3 is good, especially considering where we were before, because we was one of the worst 3-point shooting teams in the league. I think we still are, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh no, it gets better, Stevie. I have a whole lot of good news. This is why I'm saying it's a great week, even though despite the 3-game losing streak. But look so as a team, we're averaging 114 points a game. So that means we're getting buckets. I remember we were saying before, we weren't really good offensively, and we weren't able to hit the shots that were needed because there was a lot of times we would be open and just not be able to drain the shot. So to get into more statistics here, the Knicks are currently 24th in the league in field goal percentage, and 25th in 3-point percentage. That is a huge.
That's what I'm saying. That's why the 47 and the 38 for the 11 games is good, because I'm looking at the field goal percentage right now for the season. We're 45.9 from regular field goals, and from 3 we're 33. So that's almost that's a 2-point jump in regular field goal percentage and a 5-point jump in threes. So that explains a lot.
And we were the worst. So how many teams? 32?
Yeah, we're ranked 25 in threes out of 32, and like you said.
So we jumped up a few spots.
24th.
A win.
Regular field goal percentage.
Listen, as they say, a win is a win. All right. If you're at the bottom, you can only go up. So it's not the greatest, but you can't act like they're not improving. This is what I'm trying to get at here. I'm not trying to say the Knicks are going to the chip, anything like that. I just want Knicks fans to stay happy and positive, despite this 3-game losing streak, because I saw it on Twitter. I knew it. I was gonna go to Twitter and I was gonna find the most negative shit on the planet. That's exactly what I saw.
Well, that's Twitter for you, bro. Twitter's predictable like that.
Yeah, I saw it coming, Stevie. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So I really took my time with this episode because I really wanted to everybody embrace what has happened right now. We are 8-3 overall within this 11-game winning streak, with this within the span of the 11 games. So if you thought I was done, by the way, you're surely fucking mistaken.
And we're still the 6th seed in the East, so we're still in the playoff hunt.
You know what I mean? So we definitely we are actually, people thought we were gonna be here after the All-Star break. We're actually here going in to the All-Star break. So we're jumping ship a little bit here. So we're just gonna keep it moving. So where was I said 25th in 3%. We are 8th in offensive rating. Bro, we were the most inefficient offense coming in to this 11-game winning streak. We are now
That's a fact.
We are now sitting 8th in offensive rating. We're 3rd in offensive rebounds, thanks to none other than Mitchell Robinson, the GOAT himself.
We're 3rd in overall rebounds as well, from what I'm looking at.
Oh, okay. So I got 7th. We're 7th in defensive rebounds specifically.
That's great. So rebound is not a problem. Good to know.
No. Yeah, and we're 10th in defensive rating.
I see that. Okay.
So we are literally top 10 right now.
We just got to get our percentages up, which
Yeah,
we're doing, which what it looks like is happening. So you're right about that.
So we're growing as a team, right? Most importantly, let's talk about what really sparked this, 11-game winning streak, the obvious changes with Quentin Grimes and Deuce McBride. I didn't really get to Deuce McBride's stats Just purely on the fact that I'm not really focusing on McBride. McBride is holding his own. You know what I mean? He's doing what McBride's got to do. I feel like the most important aspect, no disrespect to McBride, I love Deuce. The most important aspect to this change was definitely Quentin Grimes. I think everybody can agree on this. Quentin Grimes has sparked this offense to another universe. I mean, the energy
and the defense.
And the defense. The energy
especially
is different.
the perimeter defense in particular.
Yo, bro, it's like watching a whole new team. Everybody's moving. It's like everybody is forced to match his speed because he plays with such an aggressive intensity. It's crazy. Like and I didn't know he really could dunk like that. Like he could really get up there and really put it on somebody.
You know what I didn't know about him? I didn't realize he was a good passer like that. He's a pretty underrated passer.
He was a point guard, I heard, coming out of the draft. Or I think he played before he went to college. He's something like that. He played point guard somewhere in his career. So, excuse me, he has that point guard experience, and it's definitely showing. I mean, his play style fits it to the T. He's super quick off the dribble. He's able to penetrate and cause havoc. And with havoc, I think, not for nothing, if there's a stat out there for it, I would bet my money that Mitchell Robinson has benefited off of Quentin Grimes more than anybody else on the team. Because Quentin Grimes is actually averaging, within this 11-game streak, he's averaging, what we got? He's averaging 4 assists.
Impressive.
So I feel like he's actually Robinson's actually benefiting more than anybody else. Even though Brunson is, we're going to get to him. He's averaging 7 assists, bro. And we definitely remember when he came in, we said he needed to fix his assists because he was coming in with averaging like what, 4, 3?
Yeah, something like that. And damn sure he did it. He damn sure did it.
So he definitely did it. So back to Quentin Grimes real quick because I really wanted to just get over him. So he's shooting 40% from the field, 47% from the field, 40% from 3, and he's averaging 12 points.
Very efficient. Very efficient.
The most efficient 12 points he'll get because Quentin Grimes he's automatic, man. Like the way he plays with his intensity, like he's like a flamethrower, as my dad says. He's just catch and shoot. He has no hesitation. He has no doubt in himself, really. And he looks like he wants to take the challenge no matter where it comes from. So
that's a fact.
That
especially on the defensive end, he seems very fearless. You know what I mean? Like during the streak, or let me not say during the streak. During the past 11 games, because we're on a losing streak right now. During the past 11 games, you know what I mean? He's been taking defensive assignments that elite defenders take. He took on Donovan Mitchell in Cleveland. He took on Harden today a few times. You know what I mean?
That was a tough this was a tough game. Can't even lie to you.
Yeah, exactly. But he's the point is the guy's fearless. He's not afraid to take those assignments. And he can only develop as a defender. And like my brother said, like Eddie said, he sees a poor man's Klay Thompson and Quentin Grimes. I think that's too much praise to throw on him, but I kind of see what he's talking about.
Quentin Grimes is a better shot maker than Klay Thompson.
We're not there yet.
No,
I will not go that far yet because Klay Thompson is, bro. I don't know, bro. You're talking one of the greatest shooters of all time.
No, dude. I'm not saying he's a better shooter. I'm saying he's a great shot creator. I don't think Klay Thompson is as good off the dribble.
You mean off the dribble? Oh,
yeah,
okay. Yeah, you can say that. You can say that. I can agree to that.
So he could, who knows? Grimes, the stars the limit with these young guys at this point because we all had our heads down about these guys in the beginning. So, now look at everyone is growing and blooming. So, that actually leads me to a later conversation. But another big reason to this 8-game winning streak was due to our big 3 arising from the dead and actually blooming in front of our eyes. Everybody was on a wake-up call. Not even gonna lie to you. Everybody was up and ready for ball. Let's start with the Maple Mamba, the Canadian Rowan
destroyer.
Well, we actually got. Well, okay, he did destroy against the Raptors, but unfortunately,
that was the game he dropped 46, right?
Yeah, we weren't able to.
It's just unfortunate. Siakam dropped 52. You know what I mean, bro? That goes back to my whole A-player argument, bro. You know, it's not to take away from RJ's game because that was a great game. It was actually fun to watch as well, especially when he threw it down on whoever he threw it down on. Or was that against the Bulls?
Oh,
I might
that
have
was,
my
that was,
games
that was against
mixed
that was
up.
against Vucevic. He fucking murdered him.
Okay, yeah, I had my games mixed up. I'm sorry. But he killed against the Raptors, man. It's just unfortunate Siakam killed more.
Yeah, but overall, he's shooting 43 from 3. He's shooting
Very
40.
big improvement. Very big improvement. So
That's-
kudos to Barrett for that.
That is outrageous. And then
Dude,
46.
you keep that up, you'll be an elite player.
46% from the field, 6 rebounds, 24 points.
Excellent.
What?
like
Okay,
it.
report card. Nick Snom's report card. What are you giving that?
I would give that an A off the 3-point percentage alone.
I like that. Okay, so our next weapon out of the big 3, Jalen Brunson.
He gets an A
Okay.
off rip, bro.
He's
Let
been
me
getting a
just
lot
throw
of
that out there.
he's been getting a lot of hate recently due to the missed free throws.
I dig, bro, but I can look past that. He usually shows up in the clutch, bro. He could blow a game. I'll give him 1.
What is he, Stevie? What do I call him all the time?
What do you call it? Oh, ATM.
ATM, cash
baby.
money, cash money Brunson. Let me tell you. Okay, let me tell you. 43% from 3,
Money.
41% from the field,
Money.
7 assists, 18 points.
It's money. You know what I mean? I remember, bro, you were complaining about the money we gave him when we first signed him. So now I'm saying we should give him like more. Give him like throw him like an extra $5 million, especially if he makes the All-Star team. Vote him in, y'all. Let's throw that out there.
Have you voted yet, Stevie? I gotta vote.
I have not. I haven't voted yet, but I'm
I gotta
going
vote.
to. I might vote
a-
before I go to sleep tonight.
I'm gonna drop a link in the next anonymous story, so stay tuned for that. Drop So A for Brunson.
Yeah, same.
Okay, A for Brunson.
A for Randall as well. If we're gonna go there,
Oh, we're going there. Last but not least,
even though he had that bad miss. What game was it that he had? He was right next to the rim, and he airborne the layup.
that was the Bulls game, no?
I believe so. Yes, yes.
I
it
believe that was the
No,
Bulls
no,
game.
it wasn't the Bulls game. Is it? Damn, I haven't. Coquito got me mixing my games up, bro. It was either the
Stop.
Bulls or the Raptors, but it was a game where he missed the layup. He was right there.
No, I think it was. It might have been the Raptors. It
But,
might
you
have
know,
been the
he still-
Raptors.
because of that, he gets an A minus.
Okay.
Off that alone, because he should have made that shot. It was right there.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you his stats. He's shooting 47% from the field, 34% from 3, 11 rebounds, 4 assists, 27 points. And I wanted to put this in there, 2 turnovers. We all knew Randall averaged 4.
That's good.
He's averaged 2.
Like I said, he would have been an A, but if not for that, he missed that layup, so you got to get an A minus. But that's still an A. A minus is passing grade. Like an 80,
How do
85.
you with all that being said, right? I'm gonna let you take the floor for a little bit, Steve. I'm sure people want to hear your mind. With all that being said, right? How do you feel? Like, what do you think is like? Do you think there's something being built here? Do you feel like we need to make a trade still? Like, how do you really feel about all this meshing together? Pretty much.
I feel good about it. You know, like you said, despite the 3-game losing streak, there's a lot of positives you can see. You know what I mean? Like you said, the Bulls game, another one that went down to an A player. DeMar DeRozan did some A player shit and hit a buzzer beater at the end. Or hit a big cut shot with seconds left. Siakam was the A player who dropped his 52. Embiid was the A player who was shut down. Let me not say shut down, but was contained in the first half, but then went off in the second half. These 3 games basically go back to my point. We need an A player, bro. We're not in a bad place because, like you said, we are building something. That's the big positive here because everyone calls them the mid-3. You know, fuck the internet for that. The internet calls them the mid-3.
OD
But-
fucking internet.
But statistically speaking, this quote unquote mid-3 is pretty damn good, at least by the numbers. You know what I mean? And we have a winning record right now. We're in the playoff hunt. We haven't yet. You had said earlier our ceiling is the 6th seed. So basically, we're gonna stay where we're at right now. I can see us stealing the 5th spot.
It's gonna be tough, bro.
And you know why? I guarantee you, I'm not saying we're gonna go on another 8-game winning streak, but I guarantee you we're a good enough team that we're gonna go on a few 3-game winning streaks, a few 4-game winning streaks, a few 5-game winning streaks. You know what I mean? That's gonna happen. I still think my 44-game prediction is valid. It's valid more than ever now. You know what I mean? The 8-game winning streak actually helped.
Vegas, turn up. Vegas, tune in. What's wrong with you? Are you focused? Vegas, are you focused? I don't think y'all focused. But I just want to throw a quick honorable mention in there. Emmanuel Quickly has been struggling for a very long time, and has he came around, man. 40% from 3, 44% from the field, 11 points and 2 assists.
And that one game he started for Grimes, I think he was 5 of 6 from 3. He killed that game. You know what I mean? Like, we got to think twice because, like, a lot of Knick fans and, like, the rumor mill let me not say Knick fans. Excuse me. Let me start that over. The rumor mill, because, you know, Quickly was in the rumorville. Excuse me. I said the rumorville. The rumor mill. Quickly was in the rumor mill as being one of the pieces that could potentially be traded. I'm starting to think we should think twice about that. He's been playing real well lately, man, and he's starting to, like, really grow into that 6-man role. Like, at first, like, because, you know, the rumors were out there because supposedly, from what I heard, he wants to start, and there's teams out there that are willing to give him the chance to start. They're not saying who, but they're saying that there's teams that have been calling us about him, and those teams are willing to give him a chance to start. But it's looking like he's growing into the 6-man role. So I don't know if those rumors are legit or not.
So this leads me to my next question for you, Stevie. There have been a lot of rumors with LaVine and even DeRozan, a lot of activity with the Bulls going on about a potential trade. So, with everything we just read with the stat line, everybody seems like they're gelling, and it seems like something is being built here. How do you move forward with the trading? Like, I feel like everybody's making it very hard to be traded or very easy. You know what I mean? Like, they could be raising their trade value, but at the same time, it's hard to really pick apart something that's actually working. But at the same time, like you said, the 3-game losing streak does prove we're missing that one key, component. But, granted, at the same time, Jalen Brunson within these last 3 games have been pretty much absent. I'm not saying he did ass, but he hasn't been up to par. He's missed free throws down the stretch. He's been cold on the field during shooting, and it's progressing into these losses. He's not clutching it out. RJ scoring 46, and then he scored. Let me see. I'll tell you right now. That was the Raptors game, correct, Stevie?
I believe so. But the thing about those bad games is, like, just like RJ, he doesn't turn it off. You know what I mean? Because, like, the game he scored 5 points, that was against the Raptors because they shut him down. Like, a lot of their length held him down.
Jalen Brunson
Like, they double teamed. He still had 10 assists. You know what I mean? So he still helped as far as point guard goes.
Jalen Brunson had 7 points.
That was against the Raptors, correct?
And I'm not, yeah. But here's the thing, though. He also had 12 assists.
That's what I'm saying. Even though he didn't have good offense, he still accumulated offensive, output. He still put points on the board without scoring with the assist. So you can't really say he had a bad game. Offensively, you could say he had a bad game, but you can't say he had a bad game overall.
And and RJ didn't have 40, he had 30.
So the 46 was against the Bulls, I assume.
Yes.
Okay, so we had that twisted. My fault, y'all. Sorry.
Yes.
See? Coquito.
He had 44 points. 14 to 20, 10 to 13. Attaboy RJ. I have to, a lot of Knicks Anonymous fans, I want to set the precedent. I want to keep accountability. So in order for other people to follow suit, I have to lead by example. So I will hold myself accountable for saying that we may need to bench RJ and or get rid of him. I will sincerely apologize for any of those statements because RJ is playing like he wants to win.
And
Man.
like he heard you.
Thank RJ.
He's
Thank you.
saying like he heard you loud and clear.
He's playing like he heard me loud and clear. And if I insulted you in any way, shape, or form, I apologize. But you're very fucking welcome because you're playing like an absolute animal right now.
Hope he keeps it up, man. I really do, because if he keeps this up, a lot of the people that were talking about, oh, we gave him the contract too soon and we gave him too much money, a lot of that's gonna quiet down, which it has lately, because I haven't really heard that talk.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest. On Twitter, it's been toxic, but I'm gonna tell you something. It's a lot of reaching going on, and by reaching, I mean like they're trying to stretch something out that isn't there, and that's good because that means there ain't nothing wrong. The only thing that could be wrong with us right now is, like Stevie said, is that possible A player. If nobody here, so here's the thing: do we go for the A player now, or do we continue to watch this develop and see if an A player is born? Like, how long do we wait until we make that serious move? Do you feel like we should make it now, or do you feel like we should just wait, play the season, and then take it from there?
If by now you mean by the deadline, I don't think we're making a blockbuster deadline deal. We will make a deadline deal, but I don't think it'll be a blockbuster. It'll be more like a cost cutting move, more like the Fournier and Cam Reddish for somebody. You know what I mean? For picks, for cash, for a player. For a player we can add to rotation. That contract might be expiring either this year or next. You know what I mean? Because if we trade for somebody, it's most likely going to be somebody with an expiring contract this year and next for another potential deal. You know what I mean? So, I don't think we're going to make an 8-player deal come the deadline. If we do make a deal, it'll most likely be in the off season or before the beginning of training camp next year. Who it might be, I don't know.
A lot of people were saying OG Anunoby. I heard a lot of OG Anunoby talk.
I like OG Anunoby, but like he's not an A player. He's a good player. Don't get it twisted. He's actually a big reason why Jalen Brunson had a bad game.
They want OG Anunoby for what we get rid of, like for like the Fournier, the Cam Reddish, like not like the blockbuster, like someone like you said, like someone we could add to rotation.
I don't think they would take Fournier for him.
How about Reddish?
Like, yeah, he's too good. Like he's way better than Fournier. He's way better than Fournier. He's basically another Barrett, if you want to be technical about it. He's basically another RJ Barrett.
He's averaging 18 points per game, shooting 48% from the field, 35% from three.
Look at that. That's productive.
Yeah. 2 turnovers a game. Oh my God. Almost 3 steals a game.
Nah, OG Anunoby's nice. I like him. He's a very good player. Like I said, you saw his impact. He helped hold down Jalen Brunson during the double teams against Toronto.
Yeah,
so, his impact is there.
He was a pest for sure.
The impact is there. You know what I mean? I just don't think he's the guy for us. Like he wouldn't be that A player. He wouldn't have the A player impact. He would have an impact though. He definitely would.
And let me tell you, I'm gonna tell you who would not, who it isn't. It's not Zach LaVine.
I'll tell you this though, he would help with shooting a lot. I'm not saying like at one point I wanted LaVine and would have taken him on, but his knee injuries kind of scared me a little bit at this point in time. But let's be real, bro. We need shooting. Zach LaVine got a gun. But like OG Anunoby, I don't think he'd be that guy. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be mad if we got him. I'd be shocked if we made that trade.
We will.
I'd be shocked if we made that trade.
Yeah, because with that trade, obviously you will be giving up more. So obviously, like quickly, somebody else we may not see coming.
That and his contract, you know what I mean? They just signed him to a big contract, so like trading for him would cut into our flexibility. And like I said, he's not the guy. I don't think he's the guy.
That's pretty much us saying we're investing
like you're the
in
man.
This guy. Yeah, we're investing in this guy. Yeah, no, I don't think we should do that for Zach LaVine. In fact, that's a waste of money. Not to say that he's not a good player, but like you said, I'm not getting the bang for the buck. So, Yeah, I agree, man. I think we just get rid of the obvious, the Cam Reddish, Fournier, maybe even Hartenstein. Do you like Hartenstein, bro?
Nah, he's growing on me, bro.
Is he really?
He is, bro. Like you can't deny it, man. Yeah, he has his defensive lapses because he's slow footed. We've talked about that many, many times, bro. But there's been games, bro. He's had gotten saving a clutch offensive rebound or a clutch tap out. He's a real good passer. You got to give him that. Not a, for a big man, very good passer. He brings a lot to the table, man. That little combination off the bench, him and Jericho Sims. Can't deny it, bro. That's a little nice, productive thing. They got a nice little defense going. Him, bro. As a matter of fact, off the bench, check this out. They got a nice defensive trio coming off the bench with iHeart, Sims, and Deuce. They got a nice little 3-man defensive thing going with that. Pay attention.
Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna let it roll out, but I'm not impressed right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do not like iHeart. I think he's too slow. I think he's gonna get dominated in this league in terms of because like he's getting exposed by Quick. He cannot guard anybody on the perimeter. He cannot. A lot of teams switch on him on purpose. You know, as big as a pro he is, he's also the biggest liability because teams are literally looking for that switch. They will literally take that center, take him to the top of the key, have him go one-on-one with the guard. And I'll tell you, 98% of the time, it's not going Hartenstein's way. In terms of Hartenstein's offense, they don't really look for him that much. I'm not even gonna lie to you. They kind of look for him for the emergency three. He gets tip-ins. You know, he's not really good at them, as dominant as Mitch is, obviously. I just think he takes up space. I don't really like the way he sets screens. I'm not doing all this just to like heart on the dude, but like because he has made great strides. He has made great passes. He's had clutch threes at some points. He has done, but I think
he's expendable.
I think he's expendable. I think he's
fine.
expendable. I definitely think
for me it depends. I think he has a role on this team if you use him right, and he's shown that. But it depends on who he's expendable for. So I'll say that.
Schmitty's listening right now. He's like,
I know he hates that dude.
Yeah,
He hates that dude. Smitty probably want to chop my head off right now.
I got you, Smitty. No. I respect. Look at no judgment here, my boy. You know this is a safety-free zone. But yeah, so that's really what I'm looking at, man. I think we just finish the season, get rid of the obvious, and you know we see where we land, and then you know take it from there. That's how you build. You got to put one piece at a time. You know, you can't build by breaking down at the same time. It doesn't make any sense. It's counterintuitive. So you know, we just got to move forward. And the obvious is what we got going is working. And it's clear that we are going to need something down the line. But I say we finish just to see who exactly, like, because we want to make sure we get rid of the right, because we're in a position where it's ours to lose pretty much because we have so much talent. We can easily make the wrong trade for the wrong Pearson at the wrong price. Like the risk is high pretty much because it's not like we're giving away trash. You know, we're giving away, if we're going to be giving away for that A player, whoever it may be, there are going to be key pieces that are going to be let go, you know, inevitably. So I think it's good for us to just, you know, sit back, relax, because the point I wanted to make with the 8-3 thing, with especially with the 3-game losing streak, is that the way we're losing is it's not the same anymore. The Knicks are constantly fighting, even through their mistakes. The Knicks are constantly battling. They're constantly putting their best foot forward, and they're throwing their hearts out there. Randall was the most emotional I've ever seen today. Like, he was really...
He played great ball today, bro.
He
played, bro. He played like he wanted today's game, bro.
He was really played. It, man.
I'm not gonna say today was his best game I've ever seen him play, but this is one of the only, I won't say the only games, because I've seen him play like he really wanted to win. But today, it's been a while since I've seen him play like he really wanted it. And he was playing like he wanted it today. So I got to give him props.
He was talking to his team. He was very vocal. He was hyping people up. He was getting on defense, he was telling them to get back on defense. You know what I mean? And for everybody that shits on Randall for his defense, he's the third ranked defensive player on the team.
Bro, the effort is there. He has his lapses, but you can't say the effort isn't there. At one point, I didn't like his effort. I'm starting to see more effort from him, so I could forgive lapses when they happen.
The effort, man. Effort is key all the time. You know, like look at Quickly. He's not a good defender. He's not really a good defender, but with the effort, it makes up for it. Jalen Brunson's height, it's made up through effort. Everyone said, you know, he's gonna get dominated due to his height. He's gonna get shot, but because he makes it so hard for you to even get your shot, it makes him a good defender. Plus, with the way Tibbs' defense is set up, it's team-based defense. Speaking of defense, one problem I wanted to get into, as good as everything is right now, I do still see we have problems with the zones. Every game we've lost so far, the team has zoned us. That's a fact.
Shooting, bro. Shooting.
That's a fact. The zone is killing us still. As good as we've been doing, that zone is dead ass hurting us real bad. And it's kind of upsetting me a little bit because they're not exploiting it properly. So usually they're playing, like today, for example, they played a 3-2 zone. You know, one guy is up, 2-2. So it's basically like 1-2-2 pretty much. So if it's a 1-2-2, you got to get the ball in the middle of the floor. And not once this goes back to the Hartenstein thing. So it could also be coaching. But not once did I see Hartenstein flash to the paint and try to get the ball, or Mitch to flash to the paint, RJ, somebody. They started doing it, gradually, little by little, but you can easily, break that shit down. It's just, I feel like they've had the John Stark syndrome. When the shots are not falling, they just continue to fall back into that, I got to keep shooting. I got to keep that high volume shooting. They did make a little run because they went back to their style of basketball. They got it stopped. I feel like they have identity lapses sometimes. They kind of forget who they are. Maybe they just have too much fun. I don't know, bro. Hey, it happens sometimes. That comes with the inconsistency of the team.
Right.
So, what are your thoughts, man? Let me know.
No, I agree. You know what I mean? Like, I can see that. You know what I mean? Sometimes, because sometimes today I was like, yo, there was a few moments where I was like, okay, like the team before the winning streak. It was like a good 3-minute stretch today, especially in the third quarter, where they just looked discombobulated. But then they picked it up after a while, like you said, and remembered, all right, this is who we are. There's our identity. Because we were down by it was that time, that little stretch where we were down by 14.
Yeah.
And we caught back up.
Exactly what I'm talking about. That was a good stretch. It's just
too late. It was a bad stretch that turned into a good stretch.
Yeah, it was just too late. It was just
Yeah, exactly. Like we couldn't.
That was old Nick shit right there.
Exactly. It was too little, too late. We made the mistakes. We picked up the pieces a little too late. We just didn't complete the puzzle. If you want to put it like that.
Yeah, and the Pacers game, that was a good game. Very high tension. Because I don't know if y'all I don't know if y'all heard Wally Szczerbiak was going ham on.
Yeah, I don't know what was
Tyrese.
up with that, man. Maybe
I
that was just
support-
him talking
I-
trash.
I
That's
supported
nothing.
it.
That's a nothing burger to me, bro. I know Tyrese Halliburton didn't like it because I know he was like, "Who the fuck is this guy?"
I supported it, man. I reposted it on the story. As I say with your chest, Wally. I was all for it, but it got more backlash than I actually thought. A lot of people were calling him the P word throughout the league.
Wally Szczerbiak?
Yeah, he was getting a
Why?
lot of hate on Twitter because he was calling him a fake. He was calling Halliburton a fake All-Star repeatedly. Though he kept calling him a fake All-Star on live TV.
I mean, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm gonna put that into the trash talk category. I guess the only person who can react to that is Halliburton, and from what I heard, he didn't really like it because, like I said, he was like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" And like, why is he talking about me? Whatever. So, I don't know. I guess it's nothing. What's important is we beat them and we held Halliburton down. That's what's important.
And one more for the books. We completely annihilated the Golden State Warriors. I was actually kind of scared about that game because they do have some solid young talent, but we were fortunate enough just to lock them up and be the team that we are. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, the young talent didn't show that day. I don't understand why. James Wiseman looks out of place. Jordan Poole looked pretty good. He got his buckets.
I'll tell you why. Because everybody on the team, it was just one. I'm telling you, everything we saw right within the the winning streak, it was just everything was clicking. Like literally everything was in place. We got exploited, which was good. I feel like we needed that because we needed to be seen that, we're missing, that A player. Like Sixers have two A players. They have James Harden, like you said, James Harden and Joel Embiid.
And when one developing in Tyrese Maxey.
Tyrese Maxey. Then you got the Raptors. You got Pascal Siakam, definitely their player. And if it's not Siakam, I heard it's Fred VanVleet.
I wouldn't classify VanVleet as an A player. VanVleet is like a Jalen Brunson. I would say that. He's on Jalen Brunson's level, but Jalen Brunson is slightly better than him.
So who's the eighth? Just Siakam?
Yeah.
Okay. And then for the Warriors, obviously Steph Curry, but he wasn't playing.
Yeah,
So,
Klay Thompson's an A, but he's a declining A.
yeah, so, and then with the Bulls, DeMar DeRozan. So, they've proven that we're missing well, not that we're missing, because we have let me stop saying missing. We could have it. We could potentially have it because we have a young team.
When let me throw it out there, bro. I'm sorry to cut you off, but
go ahead,
when
bro.
I say we need an A
I'm sure
player,
the people are tired of me talking.
No, not like that. Not like that. I didn't mean it that way, bro.
No, I know.
But I was gonna say when I say that we need an A player, it doesn't necessarily mean we have to trade for one. The possibilities there that one's still developing as we speak, and we're watching it happen. We just don't know yet. I'm just saying for the time being, as of now, most of our guys are not A players. You know what I mean? That's just the truth of the matter. I'm not saying they could never develop into that. Like Julius Randle is a B player. That's what he is. You know what I mean? He's at that age that this is what he is, and this is what
I give him B plus. I give him B plus.
Yeah, you know what I mean? No, he becomes a B plus if he stays efficient. And
Okay.
he's doing that. So he got
Right now he's a B plus.
Yeah, he has to keep doing what he's doing. You know what I mean? Those are the pieces to surround the A player with. And as I said, the possibilities there, he's still developing. But at the same time, we got to keep our eyes and our ears open, excuse me, as to who may be available as well. Because like you said, we got to decide who's going to stay, who's going to go, who fits the puzzle and who doesn't. You know what I mean? Because not as much as we love all these young pieces, the reality is, excuse me again, I'm sorry, y'all. Gassy. Not all of them are gonna be
Coquito.
Yeah. The reality is not all these players are gonna be here as much as we like them, man. And we just gotta decide who's who.
Yeah, I agree, man. I think we're in good shape all around. That's why I'm not mad. That's why I wanted to start. It is frustrating, to lose. Don't get me wrong. I was heartbroken with the Bulls. I was crushed with the Raptors.
Yeah, that one hurt, bro. The Bulls, that goes on. I put that on the list as games we should have won. So that's 5 games. As a matter of fact, I should go back to the list since I bring it up.
You still got the list?
Of course. I'm keeping that to the end of the year.
Gangster.
Because I want to see what our record should have been. Depending on what our record compared to what our record is. So I'm sorry, y'all.
You see YouTube, you see it. Look at Nick's anonymous pins.
Nice.
Get yours today.
So far we have 1, 2, 3, 5 games that we should have won.
All right.
I added Chicago to the list. To Memphis, Atlanta, Portland, Memphis again, and now Chicago.
I put Raptors in there as well.
Nah, I'll take that as an L, bro. That was just them having Siakam and us not having him, pretty much.
I'm not accepting that. We could beat the Raptors.
No. See, you saying we can beat the Raptors doesn't mean that that's a game we should have won. They pretty much had us that whole game. It'd have been different if we caught up, had the lead the last 2 minutes, and then blew it.
Yeah, not for nothing. I think they're a bad matchup because they're straight length on that side. Besides Fred VanVleet.
Exactly.
So I think that's a terrible matchup for us, honestly. I think no matter what team you are, if your matchup is bad, it's gonna get exploited. And I feel like that's exactly what happened.
You're not wrong about the fact that we could beat them. It's just that Siakam, like we said, it just went down to them having Siakam and us not having him. We're gonna have, because we don't have that A player, there's gonna be games like that. Like, yeah, we could beat this team, but because like they have this, like the Mavericks, their team isn't that great. Eddie's right about that. Their team isn't that great if you look at them. They just have our old players and Luka. But because they had Luka, they whooped our ass last time. Speaking of which, we have them on Tuesday. I'm putting that as a W because they're not whooping our ass twice.
It was actually Tim Hardaway too, not for nothing.
Well, yeah, he did kill last game. He said this was his house.
Yeah, that was not good.
I ain't mad at that though, because he used to play for us, so I could let that slide. I could let an ex-Nick do that. If it was just some random, then I'd be like, nah, bro, that's disrespectful.
I can see a lot of Nick Twitter being mad about today's game, not only for it being Christmas, but also Joel Embiid was antagonizing the crowd. So you know how Nick fans take shit personally. So
Bro,
I'm sure they took that to the chest.
That kind of disappointed me. I was disappointed in us today, bro, because I don't know if you remember, but in that first half, we contained the shit out of Joel Embiid, bro. We were killing them from the inside, bro. We had way more points in the paint and more second chance points, excuse me.
But we already
second
proved,
half, whole different ball game.
We already proved why, though. We already know why. That's why I'm not too mad about it. You know, at the end of the day, the best team won. You know, we gave it all we had. We're missing that, we're missing that piece. You know, you can't say the Knicks didn't fight all the way through. They did slip at the end. Like, they were getting pulled away, but Knicks were right back in it. You know, that's why I'm not too beast about that game, because they're a well-coached, they're a well-coached team. Doc Rivers, their system is running right now. They're on an 8-game winning streak right now, I think. They're literally on like an 8-7 game winning streak. Yeah. Hell yeah. They're on some
that's what it went down to. They're the better team, in all honesty.
They're on an 8-game winning streak right now.
Shit.
So, we're coming, and there's a seed right above us. So that's why I said that we may just possibly sit comfortably at the 6th seed and possibly take the 5th seed, maybe if the Sixers start losing and we start winning. I don't think we'll win those spots. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think we'll actually force our way into those spots.
I think we can climb to the 5th spot, because I don't think the Sixers are going to stay at the 5th spot. I think they'll climb to a higher seed. So I think the possibility stay we could climb up 1 seed.
So okay, here we go. You say 5th seed, I'll say 6th seed.
No, I'm saying, like, as far as like what our peak is. I think our peak for this year can be the 5th seed, if possible. Okay. Because again, like I said earlier, this isn't going to be the only win streak we got, bro. We might not have another 8-game streak. It might not be an 8 or more streak, but we're going to have a few 4s, a few 5s, some 3s. You know what I mean? It's going to happen, bro.
Everybody's playing well. Like, overall, our offense has been great. Our biggest problem actually was just accumulating stops on the A players when it mattered. And the A players showed why A players are A players and why we desperately need one. I wouldn't say desperately. I'm sorry. I wouldn't say, I wouldn't say, I know I just triggered a lot of people. I wouldn't say desperately. I even triggered you. I
wouldn't trigger me. I'm just saying I wouldn't say desperately, but you know what I mean. That's just what we need.
It's needed.
Just the fact of the matter.
Yeah, we definitely need it. If nothing grows here, if we don't grow an A player naturally, we're gonna need one artificially. It's just only what you do. It's business. You can't sit on everything forever. So
sports, that's how it works.
It's sports, man. That's how it works. Thank you, Stevie. Shout out to the new president. Shout out to the new polo sweater. You already know, nice custom sweater, made. 101. You ain't never gonna see this in stores because it's customized. To have this patch right here, you already know. And this, listen, that concludes this positive ass episode. I wanted to keep it as positive as possible because it is Christmas. It is a happy holidays, and the Knicks have given us the greatest present of all, a win streak. And what more could you want than a win streak than a quote unquote inconsistent ass team?
Well, I want them to break this current losing streak against Dallas is it Tuesday? Yeah, I think it's on Tuesday. Because like I said, Dallas ain't whipping our ass again. So I got that as a W.
So I'm gonna ask you this question after me. Here's my take on the Knicks. Here's where I stand with the Knicks. They have proved to me right now that they are gonna play their hardest basketball, win or lose. So with that being said, win or loss, I'm happy with this Nick team right now. I cannot be angry at all, like win or lose, because they have proven to us that, like you said, they have 3-game winning streaks, 4-game winning streaks in them. They're not going to stay losing forever. So they've given me confidence that even though they're going through this tough stretch right now, they're going to be able to accumulate the wins they need, or, they're going to be able to pull out the lucky ones. So they're not always going to be just the sad ass Knicks, just down bad 12-game losing streak or something. And honestly, even if we continued this same energy, if we played our hearts out and we just gave it our all, like if we finished, let's say we did go on a 12-game losing streak and we finished with these numbers, shooting 47% from three, 47% from the field and almost 40% from three, I will be happy. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Losing streak.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be pissed off, but if there is still that progress, you get what I'm saying. If there's still that progress, all that's left is that the player, that A player. So, I'm happy. I'm happy as a Knicks fan. It's better than what we were 2 years ago. 17
We were in the playoffs 2 years ago.
Or 3 years ago. 17 and
Okay,
65.
there you go.
17 and 65. So where do you stand on the Knicks?
I'm good where we at, man. We just got to get out of this losing streak. That's all.
And we will. I have pure confidence. We definitely will. I don't know if it's gonna be against the Mavericks, but
I think it will. They're not beating our ass twice. I'm gonna say that again. I got that as a W. And since we ended the show, we might as well go through the games this week. I got the Mavericks. I got us beating the Mavericks on Tuesday. Thursday, we got the Spurs. I got that as a W, but we got to be careful. We got to be careful because that's a Popovich coach team.
They're always they'd be good, and you don't even know. Like,
and New Year's Eve, we got the Houston Rockets. Oh, we got the Texas Triangle this week. Okay, shit, I didn't even realize that. I think we go 3-0 this week.
I say 2-1.
Who we losing to?
I think Luka's gonna drop 48.
Nah, we beating them, dog. I got us going 3-0 this week.
We're definitely beating the Spurs, and we're definitely beating the Rockets. If we don't beat the Rockets, then I'll be completely enraged.
I got us 3-0 this week. We start a new streak.
3-0 right here. It's easy, man. That's it. ATM. It's easy when you got ATM, the Maple Mamba, and the Tasmanian Devil, Julius Randle. It's like the multiverse right there. It's a hell of a fucking combination.
Yeah, damn sure is.
So you already know what the vibe is, Knicks Anonymous family. Links will be down in the description below for the website, social medias, all that good stuff. We appreciate everybody for hanging out with us. So I would say hanging out with us for Christmas, but you will be listening to this a day after Christmas. So
but we're recording on Christmas. So yeah.
Yeah, we're recording on Christmas, so we're just gonna jack like you're here live. Thank you for hanging out with us this Christmas. It has been a magical year so far. The Knicks are doing good for the first time in a long
man.
time.
I think we stay there, like you said. We either stay there or go up 1. 44 wins. I'm still sticking to that prediction.
I think mine was 43. I think I had one win below you, 43 or 42, somewhere around there. But yo, Knicks Anonymous family, we love you guys. Thank you for all your support. We are the people's voice, Stevie.
Yeah, and we damn sure ain't nothing without the people.
Out the beautiful fucking people. I'm LJ and
Stevie in the building.
Stevie always in the building, and we got you guys. Actually, we got you guys on 2 very special occasions. We had you on Christmas, and now we're gonna have you out for New Year's Eve.
Actually, we're gonna have them on New Year's Day.
Oh, New Year's Day. Boom.
We're gonna have them 2023, first day.
So we started. Ooh, we started fresh. I like that. I like that. So yeah, you know what? For the sake of the magic, 3-0. I got 2-1 realistically. But Steve, you got 3-0 realistically, and I will back that any day. We love you guys. Episode 81 in the books, and we will see you guys next weekend.
See you next year.